Hello, I'm Shelley Monachino, Superintendent of Springfield Local Schools. On May 6th, we are going to have two renewal levies on the ballot. These are renewal levies. They are not new levies, nor are they new money. They are going to be issues number 16 and 17. Today, I want to talk about how important these levies are going to be for our kids, our schools, and our community, and what will happen if these levies do not pass. But before I talk about the levies, I want to talk a little bit about how we fund schools. Here is a pie chart on how our schools are funded. You can see there's two separate colors on here. There's the oranges and the blues. We're going to talk about the orange section first. The first orange, that's our foundation. That's how all schools get funded by the state. It's based on how many students you have, different type of programs that you have, and they have a whole formula on how schools get funded. The next pie slice is the light yellow. This is restricted grants. This is money we get from different smaller programs like our wellness program or a disadvantaged students program. The gold, this is all other type of revenue. So this could be our interest that we get from our money or rent that we might collect. Those are from the states. Those are not set in stone. Every 2 years, they can be looked at based on the budget system. And right now, we are in a budget year. So we will see some changes to those slices. The blue side and the purple side, that's the money that we get from property taxes. The first two blues, I'm going to talk about the first blue slice, that is called inside mills. Inside mills is state law, and what it is, it's 10 mills that the state automatically puts aside from your property taxes to go towards not just schools, but to police, to fire, to parks, to libraries. The second the blue slice is levies prior to 1976, which is House Bill 920. What that House bill did was it capped the amount that levies can collect, and they do not increase with the appraisals of your house. So levies prior to 1976 did not have that, but any levies after 1976 do follow the House Bill 920 rules. The other light blue slice that you see here, in November of last year, we did have 3 renewal levies on the ballot. One of them did pass, and that's that light blue one. And that raises approximately $930,000 for our school. Next, you see the 3 purple slices. The first 2 purple ones, the light purple and the blue purple, those are issues 16 and 17. Those are going to be the ones that are going to be on the ballot on May 6th. The third purple one, that is going to be a renewal levy that we will be having in the near future. Now, before I talk about those levies, if you look at the pink slice, that is what's called the Homestead Act. What that is that it is only for renewal levies. The state picks up 12.5% of your property tax. So in simple terms, let's say that your property tax is, that the levy was raising $100. The state will pay $12.50 while you pay $87.50. That is only for renewals. If the renewals go away and we have to ask for new money, that Homestead Act is not in effect. So if your property tax is $100, you're responsible for the full $100. Now, with the 3 purple, you can see that that is a pretty big slice of this pie. And if those 3 purples go away, you can see that we are going to have a big gaping hole in our school finances. Now, our goals as a district when it comes to finances is to continue to be good stewards of the district's finances while providing what our students need to be successful. to continue to offer classes for our students. And this year we brought back elementary music, middle school art, and STEM. And to continue to provide all types of opportunities, both academic and extracurricular for our students. This is a graph of what the passing or the non-passing of the levies will represent. So I want you to think of three words. We have our expenditures, which is like your budget. We have revenue, and I want you to think of that as your checking account. And then we have money in reserve, which I want you to think as your savings account. So the two lines on top. The green line is what our revenue would look like if the levies do pass. The red line is what our revenue looks like if the levies do not pass. Our goal as a district is to keep our expenditures right below the green line. The bars on the bottom, that is our savings account. We have to have money above the line. We cannot go into the negative. The two first bars that I want to talk about are the red bar and the green bar. The red bar is where we're at if the levies do not pass. You can see that we do have money in our savings account in 25. It goes down a little bit in 26. It goes down quite a bit in 27. And then you could see in years 28 and 29, we are below the line, which we are not allowed to do. The green bar is if the levies do pass, and you can see all the way from 25 to 29, we are above the line. Now the blue bar, I'm going to talk about that a little bit. Being that we are in fiscal oversight, we have to create what is called a financial recovery plan. And what that financial recovery plan is saying that how are you going to keep those red bars from not going below the line? So we have to create a plan that is going to have different types of cuts in it. The blue bar simply shows what would happen if we kept the cuts that we had to make from the financial recovery plan and the levies do pass. This, of course, is not what we want to do. Our goal is for all the years that there is the blue bar and the green bar is to keep our finances somewhere in between the two. There will be two renewal levies on the May ballot. The first one is an emergency levy, and it's going to raise $1.6 million. The second is a 7 mil levy, and it's going to generate approximately $2.3 million. These are not new levies. These renewal levies have been renewed for years by the Springfield and Lakemore communities to keep our schools going. Now, what happens if the levies do not pass? There's two parts to this. We have two more chances for these levies to pass. We have May, and then we have in November. If the renewal levies do not pass in May of 2025, one music teacher will not be replaced. This means elementary music will be reduced, 5th grade band will be eliminated, and 6th grade band will be reduced. Middle school art will be eliminated. This means that middle school students will have less electives and more students will be sitting in study halls instead of class. Third, our middle school associate principal will be eliminated. This means that our 7th and 8th grades will be back to being combined with grades 9 through 12 in both discipline and concept. Our goal with this was to keep the 7th and 8th grade as much as we could separated from the 9 through 12 students. Back to the music teacher, if anybody had gone to the concert this week, you would have seen that we have about 56 kids in 5th grade band, which is fantastic, and that opportunity for our 4th graders going into 5th grade will be eliminated. Now, if the levies do not pass in May of 2025, they will be put on again in November of 2025. This will be the last chance that we have to pass the levies. If these levies do not pass in November of 2025, the money stops on January 1st of 2026. So if the renewal levies do not pass in November of 2025, all sports and extracurricular activities will be eliminated starting in January of 2026. This means winter and spring sports, along with all extracurriculars, will be eliminated. This will have to continue into the 26-27 school year. So that means fall, winter, and spring sports will be eliminated, and this does include marching band. Buildings and grounds will be shut down at the end of the school day starting in January of 2026. This means that our buildings used for anything after school will no longer be happening. This includes clubs, this includes youth sports, this which includes our fields, so for the baseball fields. This includes any other group that wants to use our buildings that will be eliminated. Exploratory and special classes, those are encore classes. Those are classes that are PE and art and music in the elementaries will be eliminated or reduced across all grades, and teachers who retire will not be replaced unless necessary, that they're mandated for the 26-27 school year. So you can see that if the renewals do not pass in November of 2025, it will be, we will have to do everything we can to make sure that that red bar is turning into, that red bar is above the line. This is a lot. I've given a lot of information in this short period of time. You might have a lot of questions. Please contact me with any of your questions or concerns. Right here is my email address or the phone number that you can reach me at, or at any time you can just stop on in. So again, these are renewal levies. It's not new levies. It's not new money. And we have it for our kids, our schools, and our community.